back and welcome to my channel. This is Teddy. He's my little dog, and today I'm just going to show you the things that I got for my birthday. Majority of my stuff is what I got from the show the other day that I'd already, well, about a week or so ago now, that I've already shown you in your separate video, so I'll link that one below. This is just basically things that my husband got for me outside of the show area, so I didn't want to show you all that again because you've already seen it. If you've not, then you can go and watch it. Oh, you're tired today. So I'll just show you the other bits. There's a few bits that are non-crafting, but 99% of it is crafting stuff. So if you've got any questions, pop them in the comments, or I don't explain something fully enough for you, then feel free to ask me. It may go on for a while because I just talk about where I got them from and prices and things like that, so I apologise if you get bored. So thanks for watching, and I'll talk to you in a minute. So the first thing I want to show you is these three items. I recently went on holiday and found this sort of little vintage boutique type shop in it. I got sort of like old type clothing and things that have been pre-loved anyway, and I found these three things. So I asked my husband whether if I could have them for my birthday, and he kindly said yes. So the first one's this really sparkly ring, not wing, ring, and I really love it. I like wearing these hunky type rings. I keep getting to put them on for videos because I end up getting clay on them and things, so when I remember I will wear them. The next one, I'll just move this necklace out of the way, is this vintage cameo. Now as soon as I got it out of the shop it came off the back, but that doesn't really bother me because I'm wanting to make a mould of this cameo. I've been looking for a larger one for quite some time. I've got a mould that does the little ones that I did a video on a while ago, which I'll link below if I can remember to put the link in. But now that they're separated, I could actually make two moulds. I could make one of this one and one of this separately, so I can recreate it in any colour that I want, and the outside can be any colour clay that I want. So I really like that, so I'm glad I found it. I went in there thinking that I weren't really going to find much, and then I spotted this, and then at the till there's the ring as well, so we've got that one. And then, in fact, no, I've just remembered this one was from a different boutique. I've just remembered that one, and they were all in Scarborough when we were on holiday. That's my favourite place in the whole wide world, and yeah, so this one was from the other boutique. I've got that mixed up, so sorry. But I'll show you the other things I got from there as well. But then I got this gorgeous seed bead necklace. Now the camera doesn't seem to be doing it justice, so I'm just going to try and hold this up so you can see the intricacy of it. And I was just so amazed by it. I've never seen anything like this before. I wanted to know how to be able to make it in different colours. Now I love how it's got the clasp that's got three different settings depending on how tight you want it to your neck, and you just slip it off through there and then just put it through another one if you want it tighter around you. I just really like that. So this is something that I want to try and recreate. It must have taken hours to make this, so whoever made it is definitely a talented person, so I really like this one. So hopefully that'll be something that I can recreate. Whether if it's a video or not, that's a different matter, because I've got to learn how to do this part first. So then the other bits that I got, this is sort of a mixture of things that I got from Scarborough and a few bits that I ordered off the internet, and what's the other one? Oh, and I went to a bead shop as well that's near where I live. Well, it's a decent drive away, but it's the nearest decent bead shop that I know of. Anyway, this is just a silicone mould of some lovely butterflies that I'm wanting to work with my clay. This was another find in Scarborough. It's just a magnet, but I always like these dragons when I see them, and I really wanted to get one, so I've got that. And then from the same shop that I got that, I'll just move that out of the way in a moment, I got this. And I've also liked looking at these, and this one lights up. Can't see very well on that, it's got a little light in it, but the light changes colour, so when it's in the dark it's gorgeous, and that just sparkles so much. I love it. So that one's from there, so I've got to find somewhere in my studio to put this one. And then I got these these were from, I think they were either Temu or AliExpress. And I just wanted some really, really tiny crystals. And as you can see, they are very, very tiny. Oop, all got a bit tangled up. But yeah, they're just lovely. And they weren't expensive at all. They were, I think they were probably about 50p a strand or something like that. I think they were free shipping as well. So definitely have a look and just look for the teeny tiny ones, and you'll be surprised how cheap they actually are. Whether if they're the higher end type cuts and things like that, I'm not too sure. I'm just sort of getting into the crystal thing, collecting them. So, but I just like them unless they sparkle. So that was why I got those ones. And yeah, and then what else have we found? Oh, and in Scarborough there's a shop called Boys. Well, it's not just Scarborough, there's the whole load of them over England. And as I'm looking around for these boxes that I like to store my beads in, I found these beads reduced, and the bugle beads, and if I remember right, they were 17p per pot, and they should have been £1.50. So I checked at the till to make sure they was right, and they said yes, we're selling them off. So of course I picked them up. But these gold ones, and they sort of like a silvery black, they've got like a twist on them. You might be able to see it better on the gold ones. You know, look there. So they've got like a, let's see if I can get the lid off. Oh, there we go. Might be easier seeing it that way. And it's a bit like a piece of clay, but you know, like different colours that's been twisted, and it's got like that spiral within the shape of the bead on the outside. I really like those. So they were a surprise to find. These were threads from AliExpress. Ordered these before I got the other ones in my show video that I did. I'll link that one as well below. And I'd found some threads on there, and the ones that I found at the show were probably actually cheaper than these ones. Because the show ones were, I think they were 7 for £5, whereas these they were £1.80 or something per reel. So these work out dearer than the ones that I did from the show. So hopefully these ones and the other ones will last me until next year, until I go to the show again, because you know, you've got to save pennies where you can. So I'm a great believer in crafting for as little as possible. So when you see all this stuff, I always like to say when I'm showing you things that I've bought, I don't pay the full price for things, or I find the cheapest version of stuff, or they're on offer, or there's a discount, or something or other like that. So I don't want you to think that like I'm really rich and I'm getting all these things. I really do look for the cheapest price on things, because everywhere at the moment everybody's having to watch the pennies because of the cost of living thing at the moment. I also found these reels of wire. They're 28 gauge and there's 20 metres on them. Again, I think these were something like 50p. So I got them. I know it's purple wire, but I can still use them within my work. And then I also found this. These are all from Boys, by the way. It doesn't say what gauge wire this is. But there's 20. Oh, there's 0.4mm, and there's 20 metres on it. So again, it's gold, but I can still use it within my work. It doesn't matter what colour it is, if it's going to be covered up by beads anyway. But plus, gold I'm more likely to use on making connectors and things like that. So I'd rather you see a gold or a silver than, you know, like this sort of thing. But there might be a piece that I use with that. And then I think that, oh no, these were from there as well. Yeah, these are the last things from Boys. And these were reduced as well, and they're just, I think, the bead caps. Yeah, the bead caps. And again, I think these were like down to 10p or something silly like that. They really, really were cheap. So of course I had to get them because they were a bargain. Oh, and the other thing that I got from the place where I got the ring from, I got this bracelet. Now, when I first saw it, I thought, oh, I can use those crystals in a piece myself, but then it's grown on me, so I probably will keep that just as a bracelet already, or make it a little bit more reinforced, because it's just this, you know, the jewellery elastic that you can get, and that can quite easily snap. So I might just adapt it a little bit so that you know, it's a bit more secure. I'll put that on now, and then I don't lose it, I've got it on. And these were from the bead shop that I went to, and this is just some of the beading elastic. This is something I've not worked with before, so I wanted to have a go. Once I'd seen this, we came back off holiday and we went to the bead shop, and I found this, and I thought, well, if I need to restring this, or I just want to have a go with it, I've got some. So I just got some, and this was 10 metres for £1.30, and then this one was the last that she got of the white, so it was 20 metres for £2.60, and this were £1.30 as well. So this is 0.7mm, and this is 0.8. So what difference it'll make, I don't know until I actually start getting it, but I thought that were a decent price for the elastic. And then the last bits that I got from that shop, let's take these out. And my god, seed beads. I wish I could have afforded to get the whole shop, but I couldn't. But the lady who runs the shop is called the Bradford Bead Shop. Probably seen it on here. She's a lovely lady. And she does a discount for if you take your own little bags to put your beads up. Oh, and there, and then one's managed to come open. She has them all bagged up and labelled and everything within the shop, but she's very much an eco craft. You know, she wants to put as little plastic back into the world as she can. So if you take your own bags, you get a discount because you're reusing your own things, and you know, you're not using up her little bags that she's had to buy. So yeah, I got some lovely colours. I got a couple of reds. Now they look pretty much the same, but this one is slightly darker than the other one. And before we went to the bead shop, I had a look through my stash and looked for what I was actually short of. I was surprised that I was actually short of purple, but not really, because purple is my favourite colour, and it's my go-to colour when I'm trying anything, because I think if I'm making something, I want to make the first one for myself, and then you know, make any other ones in colours to sell. So as you can see, I've got some lovely purples and some pinks as well. So I've got lots of hours of gorgeous fun to be playing with all these seed beads, and I've not got any black ones in this size. I just wish that I would have written down what each one was before coming away from the shop, but they're mostly size 10s, 11s and 12s, I think. I have got a measuring guide. I'm going to have a look and see if I can try and measure them out so I know which ones that they are. But I like these green ones because, oh, that bag's opened as well now. Put that in for a minute. And these are sort of like a frosted glass. Oh, let's take a few out. Easier than showing you on the shiny bag. Yeah, just some frosted glass ones. I really like them, and they will go well with the ones that I got from the show, the frosted glass ones from there. So I thought those ones would be really nice to go with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to pick up these rogue beads that have fallen out while I've been talking, and I will come back with the next lot of stuff. So another thing I've got is some cutters. Now these were ones that were a bit sort of a miss buy really. I was looking through Temu and I'd searched for polymer clay cutters, and these came up, so I thought they were the size for pendants for jewellery, but they're a lot bigger than I expected. Now they called these ones donut cutters, so I thought they were to make different shaped donut beads, but as you can see they're rather large, so I'm going to have to try and think of something to use these on. The only thing I can think of is trying to make a template and resizing them, and these ones I thought, oh, these would be great for a, you know, a pendant backing, but as you can see they're rather large. I can make other things with them, they're just not what I expected them to be. So I would thought of resizing them, because I thought this one, you know, it'd be just a nice thing. You could have, like the cameo, you could put that in the middle of it and decorate around it, but they're just a little bit too big for my liking. So what I've thought of doing is putting them on a piece of paper and going around them with a pen and then scanning it into the computer and trying to resize it to different sizes, so I can make some templates so I can have the different size ones. So that's the only way that I've thought that I can manage to use those in the way that I intended them to. So apart from those ones, I did get some that turned out to be what I like, so sorry about the clattering, I'm just trying to make some space. And I wanted a set of alphabet cutters for a long time, and I finally found some. They're a little bit larger than I'd like, but they'll definitely be good for me to make sort of polymer clay numbers and names and things to put on my cards. I don't think that they're 3D printed. They look more like they've been made in a mould, but they've got this nice little top on for you to just push down on them. But I've got all the numbers and different letters, all that. So I've got, let's see what they am in the, oh, there's a hashtag as well. One and. So there's a few of the other symbols. So they're lowercase, and if I remember right, there was an uppercase as well. So if you wanted, you know, to have them different, I can't seem to find the M, unless there's just that one for the M. Anyway, but that's just what they're like, and I think they were, less than £2. So I think it was my first order from Temu, so I think that's why I got like that extra first buyer discount thing that was going off. But when you get that discount, you want to get what you can while you can, so that's why I got those ones. Now, the reason I've gone looking for cutters in the first place was this set of cutters. Again, I know I mentioned Susan at Turtle Soup Beads a lot, but she'd done a video on these cutters, so I'm not going to go through them too much, but I wanted a set of them. But the only difference with the set that I got was I got these extra pieces. I got some little bags to put things that I've made in with some jewellery cards, which was good, and then I also got some jump rings and some earring hooks, and yeah, I think it's just jump rings and earring hooks. And I also got some more of these, oh, what are they called? These, anyway, what are they called? I can't remember, but I have mentioned them in videos before, so I can make a different shape now I've got those. But there's just this a lovely collection of all these different shapes, but like I said, I'm not going to show you them all because she's done a video on it. So if you want to see her going through these cutters, and she makes a few things with them and shows you pieces that she's done, just head on over to Susan's YouTube channel, and you'll find them on there. But I'll show you these orange ones that I've got, because this set came up as a suggested one after I'd add those to my basket. And they're these ones. Now there's a few funky ones in this that I don't know whether if I'll be able to use that. There's a rocket there, and then there's a bull's head. What's the other funny one? I'm not sure what this is supposed to be, whether if it's a bell or a, I don't know. I'll try and think of something to do with it. And then those were just some nice flowery shapes. But then I think that's meant to be a dog. So I think that's what it is anyway. But and then there's a bow, and then there's just some odd shapes. And we've got these, you know, the U-shaped ones that everybody's seems to be using at the moment. I've not used them yet. I've yet to think of a thing to do with them that would be my style, so that'll be a bit of fun for me too. Now this is the emoji poo. That's the other way that I can describe it. That is just like the emoji poo. Simple. Or whether if it's supposed to be frosting on top of a cupcake or an ice cream, I don't know, but I look at it and I see the poo emoji. So you'll think what you want it to be, but that's what I'm going to call that one. And then a little teardrop, and then there's this funky sort of geometric shape one. Again, not something that I'm going to know instantly what to do with. But all the other ones, oh, and there's a cactus as well. Don't think that's one that I'm going to use. And there's a lightning bolt. If you've got any suggestions for these ones, put them in the comments for me please, because I'm a bit stuck. But I'll have a look. And I think that one's supposed to be a cloud. Again, that could be the topping for a cupcake or something like that. And then there's a 5-pointed flower. Oh, and there's a Twitter bird. I said that just looks like a Twitter bird. And then sort of like a half dome shape, a butterfly, and just a standard circle. It's always good having different size circles. And then this one, another geometric one. I'll figure something out to do with them anyway, so well, hopefully I will anyway. And then the only one set that there's 2 different sizes of is the diamonds. Now it would have been nice with some of the more basic shape ones, like this one, if there'd been 2 different sizes in it, because then I can make different shaped donuts with them. Oh, I'm going to drop one now. But yeah, it's a nice set, but there is a few duds in there, so yeah, you decide whether if you want them. But if you just search polymer clay cutters on Temu or AliExpress, any of those, they should pop up. You know, if I can find the link to these ones, then I'll pop it in the description box, but whether if I will or not, because I ordered them a fair few weeks ago now. But yeah, they're a good quality. It's just there's a few dud sizes in it that I'm not right sure what I'm going to do with. So I'm going to pop these away and I'll come back with the next bit. The next thing that I'm showing you is just these craft boxes from Crafter's Companion. I'm not going to go through opening these because the video is probably going to take longer than I thought it was going to do anyway. But I went into the shop in Chesterfield and there was an offer on. Each of these should be £25 each. Now, I won't pay that for them. I want they're good quality and there's some nice stuff in them, but I won't pay that for them. So I either wait till they're reduced down individually, or a few weeks ago we went into the shop, I think I got some double-sided tape or something, and I spotted there was 2 for £15. And I was like, I need those now. So that would work out £7.50 each. But because I'm a Platinum member, I get a 20% discount. So I got £3 knocked off it. So I got both of these for £12. So I thought that was a real bargain. And you get dies, stamps, stencils and masks, ribbon, card blank envelopes, cardstock panels to do your silhouette stamping on, dewdrops, card and papers, and I think £7.50 each of those. I think that's, well, less than £7.50, that'd be £6 each with a discount. I had to work there then. I thought they're definitely worth that. And then that one's the same, it's just got dies, stamps, card blanks, envelopes, ribbon, dewdrops, coloured card and printed papers. So I think those were definitely a good bargain find when I found those. Some other finds I got at the Crafter's Companion shop were these. Again, I've been looking at these for ages and ages, but I won't pay the full price for it because I know that they're going to get reduced at some point. So it's like all the Christmas stuff now. I've realised when they bring out a new range of the Christmas stuff, I don't buy it straight away. I wait until it either goes in the sale in the new year or closer to Christmas. Sometimes it goes in sale, or the following year, and I can get it much cheaper. Now these are they did these as easel card packs, but you could just use them as mats and layers, and you get the straight cut die, and then you get the fancy border as well, and the centerpiece, and you get a word with those ones. But I think it was, these ones were 3 for £5 if I remember right. I might be remembering wrong, but then I get my 20% discount off. So got these for £4. So yeah, another bargain. And that's just a stamp. So I like flowers and butterfly stamps. And then these are just some more, and I think these were £1 each, something like that. So again, with the discount off, I think like 80p, or with the 3 for £5, something like that in it. There weren't a lot at all. So with my discount off, it's like, it'd be rude not to take them home with me. And I think that's it from the, oh no it's not, I got one one last thing from... No, there's two actually. This is the only thing that I'd paid full price for, because I know what they're like when they have these sort of like collection pieces, a bit like the Year of Craft and things like that. They sell out very, very quickly of these, and they never know whether if they're going to get any more of them in. My husband's doing the Academy of Art one that they're doing at the moment, and he's missing the last box set because it sold out within less of a day, and there's thousands of people wanting it. So this is the only one thing that I paid full price for, just simply because I didn't know whether they were going to get it back in. So this is the green section of the template library. Now you can't really see much with those ones, but it comes with an instruction book as well, which is really good. What they call recipe cards, and you can pop these out like this, you know, and just have it on your table in front of you, so you don't need to have the full book with you. But it just tells you how to use each of the templates that's in there and give you some inspiration. I really like this one. That'd be really good for wedding favours or something. And the other one that I liked the look of, it just makes making different shaped cards easier. You don't have to do all the thinking, it's already done for you. Those are what I really liked. I thought those would make some really good wedding favours, or for kids' parties and things, you know, like how you make the goodie bags to send home with the kids at the end of it. Those are really nice, so I think those are probably going to be the first ones that I look for. And then this is the other big thing. I didn't pay full price for this either. I only found out about these from a magazine that I bought when I was on holiday, and it's the Junior Shape Cutter, and it's a Perspex piece, but it's got grooves in it for you to be able to know where to cut your shapes. And you can do diamonds, hexagons, bias bindings, circles. I don't know how you're going to cut circles with straight lines, but yeah, I saw it and it was on offer, and then I looked for it in the shop, and it's a fairly older. Oh, this is where the circle bit is on the corner. That's where it is. And it was reduced again, and you got some free of these quilting clips. I can't remember how much that one was, but it was at least half price of what it should have been. I think it's probably because it's a thing that they've had out for years and I've just not seen it. They have a sewing section within the shop, and I don't really go over there all that much because I find the fabric quite expensive, and it's rare that they do actually reduce that down. But I thought this would make it a lot easier for when I'm doing quilting shapes. So I'll just zoom back in that way and I can get the next thing. One little fun thing that I got with these starfish shells. I got these where I get my wind chimes from that I mentioned in other videos, and I thought those would make beautiful wind chimes, so I've thought I can do a video on that, and I'm going to hang things from it, make my own wind chimes. But I think these were, I think they were £1, something like that, but I just really like them and I thought they'll make a nice oh, go on, wind chime when I can get my words out. And then at the same sort of boutique place, so, well, it's sort of like a walk-through market thing, and there's all these little shops that are just selling ornaments, and I got these gorgeous fat quarters. Now this is probably the cheapest fat quarters I have ever found, and it was 50p per fat quarter. And I was gobsmacked, to be honest, and it's 100% cotton. It's so soft, it's lovely. As you can see, it's more purple colours. But I got a quilt planned already that I got some shapes cut out already, but then I thought this would be a nice addition to it. So at 50p a fat quarter, you know, you can't go wrong with it. Right, so these were where I got the ring from. And it's pre-loved Cath Kidston stuff. I love anything that's Cath Kidston. And I got a nice handbag. It's got a long strap on the inside, but you can reverse this one as well. So you can either have the grey side out or the blue side out. And then this was labelled as a tablet case, but I'll probably just use this as like a makeup bag or something like that for when I go on holiday. So, and they were really cheap as well, because There used to be a store near in my local shopping mall, and it's closed down, so I can't go in there and just roll and look at them now. So when I saw these, and these were reduced as well, they were probably about a fifth of the cost of what they would have been in the shop. So they were again another bargain. I'm a very frugal shopper, right? And then I've got this. Now, I was talking to my friend about the Sculpey 3 that I'd found at the show, which I mentioned in the other video. And she was telling me that when it bakes it's rather brittle, but it's really soft when you condition it and things. And I said, I wonder whether if it was the same as the Temu kids. I've never bought any of this. So I thought this might be a good video to do comparing the Sculpey 3 to this, to see whether if they're the same and whether if they bake the same. I mean, they've packaged this for kids to make animals and have a little scene with, which I think is really nice. But it's sort of like it's chunky design, and you get stickers as well in with it. Whether if I'll make these little characters, I don't know. But so I've read and I've heard that it's really, really soft and it's easy to condition. So I'm presuming it's going to be softer than the Temu soft that I usually work with. But you just get the 4 colours in with it. And again, this was reduced. So another bargain find. So that's going to be a video that I'm going to do in the future. I'm just going to do a comparison to see whether actually, you know, they are alike. Now, this is something that I got from the show and I forgot to put in on the video. And this was a lovely angel, fairy, or whatever you want to call it, that was already beaded. And she had them on display. She got a whole display made of them. You can hang it as well. So you could use it as a tree ornament if you wanted. But they also came with this little battery powered tea light. And probably not going to be able to tell all that well, but when you stand it up and you've got it underneath, it makes all the beads shiny. It's not really doing it any justice on there. But I just thought it was so pretty. And again, I've got purple because it's my favourite colour. So I just thought I'd try and recreate it with other beads, because these are all acrylic beads. Not that there's anything wrong with those, but I wanted to see whether if I could manage to recreate it, you know, with sea beads or something like that. Turn the candle off. Because like these are just the star beads. I think they're called star beads anyway, and they're just stacked on top of each other. So I'm going to have a think and see here, you know, if I can try and recreate that. And then this little trinket got from my really good friend Jo, and it says, "Friends are like stars, you don't have to see them to know they are there." And up inside, she's really good at finding these little gorgeous pieces that mean the world to me, and it's just this tiny little star. And I'm going to keep that on my desk in my studio, and it'll just remind me of her. She's bought me a few things like this over the years, and I treasure them dearly because she really has put a lot of thought into these sort of things, and she knows that I really appreciate them. So Jo, if you end up watching this, thank you for giving it to me. I really, really like it. And then the last thing, you're probably thinking, wow, she's got far too much for her birthday, but my husband likes to treat me so, and I will indulge him, so I'll just lift this up. And it's a knockoff version of a Bly doll. Now, when I ordered it, I'd forgot to order the one without a fringe, because I don't have a fringe anymore. But I did when I was a child, so I thought it's not too much of a problem. Then if I want to style the hair, I can always brush that back and clip it and things. But I didn't know that these dolls, their eyes move. They've got this pull at the back. I thought, when I saw that, I thought it was going to be a voice of some sort, but I really, I do like it, and I just need to find a way to have her stood up. But I made her this little dress because she came naked. I ordered her some shoes to go with it, and I just made her this little dress. I need to make her some more, and then we'd found some other outfits. Well, these are just Barbie doll outfits, but I've got a nice dress, and I can use these as a template to make her some other little clothes. Because looking at the full price ones, they're absolutely ridiculous, and just for me to have a trinket thing in the studio, you know, I don't want to be paying too much for it. Again, this is just something I didn't even know about these until, sorry, there's my dog whining in the back and he's wanting to escape. Susan does her intros with one of these, and she does amazing stop motion pieces, and I just really like that. Also, I asked her where you can get the dolls from, and she told me about it. And then if you look at the you know, the real full price ones, the ridiculous price. Teddy, 2 minutes, not be long. That's a good boy. So I had a look, and I asked whether if I could have one for my birthday, and my husband kindly said yes. So that's my last thing, and they do come with, I don't know if one's, oh, this one's not got the sort of like the rosy cheeks on it, but I like the one that's on it, and it also comes with different hands as well. So I know people like really personalise these, sorry I'm knocking the box, you know, and do different things with them. So I was amazed that, oh, one's fallen off there. But yeah, I've got lots of different options to put her hands in. But I think I'm going to try and get one of those porcelain doll stands that you can get, and put her in there. The only thing that I can't really personalise with this is I've got my right eye is half brown and now half blue. Now all the eyes are a full solid colour. So I'm trying to think of a way that I can colour the eye so she's the same as me, but without ruining it. Because I could probably just take a Sharpie and go over the blue with the brown, but I don't want to ruin my doll, so I might have to have a test run on something to see whether it'd work. So that's my last thing. So I will turn the camera around and I'll just talk to you. Right, so this is Teddy. He's my little service dog that we're training. He's very cute and cuddly. I like I love him to bits. So I hope you've enjoyed looking through what I got for my birthday. I'm sorry for the lights in my glasses. I couldn't be bothered to put my contacts in today. I'm sorry if I've bored you going on too much about what I've got. But I just thought I'd share what I got, because it's, you know, it was a bit like Christmas morning for me when I was opening everything. My husband made me a birthday tree, because he knows Christmas is my favourite, and he got the Christmas tree out and he decorated it for me, and he hung my presents on it and underneath it. So it was definitely a fun day, my birthday. So if you like the video, if you could give me a thumbs up, that'd be appreciated. And if you've not subscribed, you consider subscribing, that'd be appreciated too. So see you next time. Bye. Oh, you can wave. Bye. Oh, you're a bit muddy. See you next time.